Hi, my name is Jack Nozzolillo. I'm here with boys lacrosse coach, Coach Z, and unfortunately, Coach Z's season was canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. We're so lucky to have him here with us today. So, just a couple questions for you, Coach.
Sure, Jack.
So, next season, you only have one returning player from the last time you played. It's Thomas DeMeo, who started as a freshman and was a very reliable defenseman. So, how do you plan to rebuild the team, pretty much starting from scratch?
Yeah, well, Jack. Quite honestly, with high school sports, we kind of plan on losing about half of our team every year, anyways. So yeah, we don't have a whole lot of returning players for the next season, but it is something that we see pretty regularly. We do kind of have to rebuild often, so it's not totally out of our comfort zone. Certainly, losing just about everybody, we're going to have to spend a little more time in the preseason and in the early parts of the season, making sure that we put people into the right spots to be successful. But it's not something that is totally off the rails for what we normally see.
All right. So you guys lost an entire season due to COVID, due to the coronavirus.
Yeah.
How do you build a team back up after you guys just lost so many playing time and practice time?
Yeah, everybody's in the same boat. So I don't think that it's going to be a totally, you know, everybody throughout the state lost the same amount of playing time and all of that kind of stuff. So it's not really the amount of time that we lost. It's getting guys up to speed. There's a big difference between like youth lacrosse, freshman lacrosse, JV lacrosse. And then, to execute skills at varsity speed is really where the difference comes into. And so trying to get guys to learn how to play at that speed is really what we're going to be focusing on.
All right. So next season, you guys might have to rely on some underclassmen and guys that don't have like the varsity experience, and
Yeah.
you obviously have to play tough teams like Medfield and Hopkinton. How do you plan to go like attack them with so many underclassmen and inexperienced players?
Yeah, Jack, the everybody's in the same boat. At the end of the day, it's lacrosse. You can only put 10 guys on the field at any one time. So, if Medfield has 47 guys on their sideline, it doesn't matter. You can only put your 10 players on the field. And they're in the same boat as we are, as, everybody lost more or less their entire teams. So there's everybody in the state is going to be coming back in, trying to figure out what the best way to be successful is. How do you put players into the right spots so that they can be, not only individually successful, but benefit our team as well. And really, I think everybody's going to be in that similar situation. I love playing in the TVL because of how competitive it is. We always say that whoever comes out of the TVL has a really good shot at a state championship, and really that's what we're playing for. So having the opportunity to do those kinds of things and to compete at that level is really what makes it exciting for me, my staff, and most importantly, the players.
Yeah. So you guys obviously have so many open positions. What should kids coming into the program or looking to play for you next season? What should they know about like workout regimens, your coaching style, and like, yeah.
Yeah, we put a premium on fitness. We really like to play fast, and I want everybody to be hyper involved. I think that's the most fun way to play. But in order to do that, you really have to put a lot of work into making sure your fitness is on point. We do a lot of long sprints. We do a lot of really intense kind of workouts during the season. So that's always a premium. Stick work is always something that you should be working on your own. I don't believe that it's my job to help you get your stick better. That's your job. So simply going out and playing wall ball is probably the single best thing that you can do to get your stick skills up to speed. And then you have to constantly push yourself. And if that's putting up a time limit, you're going to do 50 catches with your left hand in a minute or something along those lines. Whatever those parameters are, I think is a great way to do it. Just trying to get everybody up to speed is really important. And then I think you asked about my coaching style, and I think that I have a fairly unique coaching style. I'm not a big yeller or screamer at practice. I really try to put a lot of the leadership and ultimately the success and the failure of the team on the players. It is their team. It's not my team, and they have to sort of figure out what is successful. What does successful mean for them, individually and as a team, and then trying to overcome those obstacles, like Medfield and Hopkinton. How do you beat those guys? What are you going to do to get better so that we can be successful? And I think that that's hard for young men to sort of step into those roles, because I really don't like telling kids what they should do. Like, you should know that. I'm there to kind of guide and lead everybody, but I do like to put a lot of that thought onto my players.
Yeah, so obviously the leadership role is open. Like, you've lost all of your captains, so
Yep.
how are you gonna look to like pretty much pick your captains with all except like one new player?
Yeah, what a great opportunity to redefine the culture of our team. There are no holdovers from the way it was. So what I'm really looking for are guys that are looking to establish a new culture for the team. Really examine everything that we've done, and keep the good stuff and throw away the bad stuff. And really try to reestablish what it means to play varsity lacrosse at Westwood. Every town, every school, every program has its own sort of identity, and we have a great opportunity right now to reevaluate ours. And when I look back, there's a lot of things that I really like and I want to keep, but there's other things that maybe we can do it better. So I really want my next leaders of the team to step into that role and try to establish the new norm going forward.
All right. Would you, if the season, if so, have you ever done this before? Have like a kid try out at one certain position? Have you ever had to like move positions around? Like, kid tries out as an LSM, but move to close defense, or move attack from midi. Is that something you guys do?
Yeah, we do it all the time. That's something that I think younger players should, sub varsity players, whether you're youth or JV. I think that that's something that they really need to kind of keep their mind open to. Their skill set may or may not translate into uh, playing at the varsity level at that specific position. Or what if I already have somebody that's better than you as a long stick? Where else can you play? So we regularly move kids from what they thought they were going to be into what they ultimately play for us. We see a lot of we tend to put really athletic kids at midfield, and sometimes that means we take a kid who's been a close defenseman his whole life, and put a short stick in his hands, or we take our most athletic attackman, and try to deploy his skills at midfield, simply because that is going to be what's better for the team. We try to have a discussion with the player as to why we're making the move, and why we think that this is a better fit for our team. But yeah, that's something we do all the time.
Right, Coach. Thank you for your time. I hope you and your family stays healthy, and I'm looking forward to watching you guys succeed next season and seasons going forward. So
All
thank
right,
you all. Thanks a lot, Coach.
all right, Jack. Absolutely. Anytime, feel free to reach out. Stay safe yourself.